when your radiant body is strong, success is automatic. And, that's what we're talking about when we're speaking to the healthy healer. And we had spoken of this briefly before the show, but basically, in order to be a healer, one has to resonate with that who is being healed, with the person who's being healed. And the only way to actually resonate is to be as clean a tuning fork as possible. And we talk about the tuning fork resonance or the harmonic resonance that's available between healer and healing or healer and healed. We're talking about the interface between one's radiance and the other's receptive quality of being able to absorb one's radiance rather than to repel one's radiance. So when we're talking about like being able to put up a shield for those people maybe we don't want to work with, or those people who aren't really in the resonating state with us, that's something that radiance allows for in its purity. And when we're talking about like really resonating with another person, like bringing forth the people who are interested in biohacking or interested in, reversing aging. And it doesn't always have to be the people who are following Dave Asprey. It can be people who are just interested in that naturally and maybe even don't even know Dave Asprey. They don't even know that there's such thing as biohacking, reversing aging, et cetera, as an opportunity. There's something about resonance inside of this radiance that I'd love for you to actually speak to.
Yeah, the resonance piece, it truly does come from purification. So for me to show up and, people aren't going to want to get skin advice from somebody that's got not great skin. People aren't going to want to get weight loss advice from someone who's 20 pounds overweight because their emotional wellness is just in the tanks, right? They're holding on to all this stuff. So, whatever you are teaching and whatever your healing gift is, you got to know and you got to be confident that you are walking the walk and you're talking the talk. And that's going to help build your credibility. Now, for me and my work, and this is going to translate into any work, whatever your background is, whatever your healing gifts, your conventional training, or more functional, non-conventional training is, the more pure you are with reducing your exposure to toxins in our air, water, lighting, electromagnetics, and regular detoxing is the place to start. Before the biohacking stuff with the red light therapy and this, that, the other thing, it really comes down to detoxing and purification, which is why I write academic papers. So I'm an academically published journal author and peer reviewer. I'm like a super beauty biohacking nerd, you can call me. And I publish papers so that I can speak to things, because what I want to speak to, no one's really speaking to yet, especially in the podcasting space. So if you are a healer and you're putting yourself out there, some of my media training told me that if I want to talk about things, I have to be able to reference research. And if the things I wanted to talk about wasn't yet available for me to reference, but I knew that there was something to it, then I published a paper so I can talk about it. Eye rejuvenation, jaw rejuvenation. But this one is oxidative stress status and its impacts on the skin. And I found some really interesting things. So, a lot of us who are healers are also intuitive empaths. We understand things about consciousness. So, this is really interesting here because this is what's going to be some of the main pain points for your clients, for them to find you, and some of their key, huge roadblocks.